About 10 days ago, I decided to change the knobs on my Samsung Range. So we were getting a little bit of a facelift here. And then I decided to use the self-cleaning feature to clean the oven. And this is when I heard this awful sound. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara and this is Cooking Made Simple. Oh dear, what could the matter be? Don't you just hate it when your newer appliances go out on you? They're supposed to last like a lifetime, right? So Joe pulled it out from behind, well, from in between the counters, and he is undoing the back panel because this is what Joe does, all right? He will take things apart. My son Joshua is the same way. They'll take things apart to see how it works. So he's disassembling all these things here, and I'm recording not just for the show, but because we normally do this anyway, so that we can go back and watch the video to see how to reassemble this stuff, all right? So now he's taking off these placeholders. And then we're going to take a peek inside this range. So it's still not coming. So I actually, well, take a look at this. This was inside the stove the whole time. Do not remove, do not destroy, yada yada. I opened it up and pretty much it was just a list of these codes, these error codes. And although they tell you what could be wrong, they tell you to send for a professional, send for a technician. I don't need a technician because I have me a Joe. So he is unscrewing the screws underneath, so that's what was holding the whole thing together. I had to get down and peek under there to see. So now this is off. Look, my stove looks kind of clean. This is the first time we're opening this thing here. This part right here that Joe is touching is for the light bulb, and we may have to replace that eventually because the light flickers on and off too. So he unplugged this switch right here and that killed the noise. Now he's testing it with a voltage meter. And I guess it's saying that it's still working, but it's kind of weak. Every time Joe connected the switch, it would start doing the grinding sound again. So he wants to see what's going on in the front. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's still locked. It's locked on the dashboard of the Range, but the door is actually not physically locked. But while it's doing this, pretty much we can't use the oven. Then suddenly, this happened. Did you hear it? I had to turn up the volume so you can hear that the thing actually unlocked. So now I've canceled the self-cleaning. And then that flashing thing is going to go off on the dashboard. See, it's gone. Yay! So now the oven actually works. See, it's trying to come up to temperature. Let's test another one. Yes. I didn't catch that on the recording just now, what happened, but I heard it. You heard like boom, like something unlocked or something? So now it's working, but Joe says the switch is bad, right?
That works sometimes, sometimes it don't.
Okay. So what do we need from the stove? Serial number and stuff like that?
Yep.
So I thought I didn't catch it on the recording, but I actually did, so I was able to play it for you guys. So Joe is disassembling this little black switch right here because that makes contact with something on this whole apparatus that tells the door to lock when you do the self-cleaning. I made that very clear, didn't I? So now let's go look for it on Amazon. And here we found it. So this is the part. It looks bigger in the picture, right? It's a tiny little part. So we ordered it because Jory has Prime, so it'll come in 2 days. Meanwhile, my main job is to put up these screws safely so that we can find them when it's time to fix the oven. See you guys in 2 days. 1 week later. No, the part did come in 2 days, but I had a lot of videos to record, so I just kept using the Range just as it was. And then now we're going to assemble the part, all right? So he's taking off this old switch because he had put it back on. And these little screws are so tiny, but he'll get it. See the screws, guys? So now he just has to unplug the black switch from this, the white part. Give me the old one, see? This yellow thing on the top is kind of clicky, but it's moving very lazily, so I think that's the problem. It was going out. So now here we go with the new one. And then he just has to screw it back in. So there's holes on the switch that lines up with the holes on where it sits on the stove. So Joe just has to take his time and put the two small screws back in. You know what? I'm going to also toss this video at my other page that's called Bear Pantry Talk. And I'm going to do it in a shorter version, okay?
This switch is what the internet says is wrong. But everything else is working the stove. This is just for the self-cleaning door.
To lock the door,
to lock
right?
the door. So if this not working, the door ain't going to lock. So
and it won't self-clean.
It won't self-clean. So we change this out. So we're going to try it and see what happens. And if that don't work, we got to change this whole mechanism right here for the lock. So, but we start with this because they say
show me the whole mechanism.
Right here, this piece right here. If you see this little bar right here. This go to the lock.
Okay.
So
we're gonna try it now before we close up everything.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do that. So let's get started and see what happens.
Okay.
It shows that it's locked, but it's not locked. So you can still open the door. That means it's not working right now. So let's get started and see what happens.
You want to do the self-clean?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the test, guys. So self-clean and then start. Well, he has to clear it first. And then self-clean and then start. Let's see if it'll lock.
But you're not supposed to lock it soon, are you? Or you wait for a while.
I think you wait for a minute or so.
They ain't got nothing to lose.
I think the computer's gonna tell the stove that it needs to lock.
Let's see if I really come up with that.
I didn't hear nothing lock though.
The Wi-Fi come on.
Well, it's counting down, it's cleaning. The fire has to come on and let it clean. It has to heat up the stove.
So you clean it without the lock.
I don't know. I'm afraid to touch it. What do you think? And this is what happens when you don't hire a professional. It's counting down. No, you don't hear it. You didn't hear it lock, right?
It's locked.
No. Oh, it's locked, but we didn't hear it go click or anything.
I already tick.
A little thing?
A little thing, but I thought you were going to hear it.
That's what well, maybe that's because it was broken. That's what you used to hear that. So voila, it's fixed.
Dum-dums.
It's fixed, right? The door's locked, guys.
Yep.
All right, so we'll be back when it's done self-cleaning, and then we'll put it back together, because guess what? We have to go watch the first part of the video back so we could see where all these screws go. 7 more minutes left, and then it has to unlock, all right? I'll be back. All right, guys, it's been 20 minutes, and we heard a soft click. So let's see if the door will open.
Magic. You look clean.
Put on the light. All right, so I'm just gonna go in there with a wet rag and wipe out the oven, and then we're gonna assemble the back part. I think Joe and I make a great team because he's the brain behind all these repairs and I just keep things organized. So now all that's left is to clean the space behind the range and push it back into place and continue using. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know when I upload another video. Also check out my Belizean cookbook at barepantryshow.com. Bye now.